How's it going, everybody? I'm Sharpened Blade, and today we are taking a look at the ZT-0707. I bought this knife from Integrity Knives. You can too. I'll leave a link in the description below. And you can use discount code Sharpened Blade for 10% off. So, some specs on the knife. It has a blade length of 3.5 inches, handle length of 4.6 inches, an overall length of 8.25 inches, a blade thickness of 0.121 inches, a handle thickness of 0.43 inches, and it weighs 2.3 ounces. It has a 20 CV blade steel, stonewash finish on the blade, flat grind, and a drop point. It has a carbon fiber show scale and a titanium frame lock on the other side with some neat milling on it. Deep carry clip, although since it's so short, thicker pants may cause a problem with this clip because there's not a lot of clearance there, but for regular pants I probably have no problem with that. There's the same milling on the carbon fiber here too. That's on this side. And you have the hole here. And the pivot screw. It's a nice little detail on that. It's a very attractive knife. It comes wrapped in some bubble wrap, tossed in the box, way too big for the knife. Not impressed with the packaging on that. For the price of it, it's $3.65 Canadian. You think they could do a better job? This knife, the Revo Warden, is $65, and it comes in a box with a magnetic flap on it, and this is molded to fit the knife. So yeah, ZT, you gotta up your game there. Plus, there's some problems with the knife when I first got it. There's quite a bit of blade play, and whenever I would disengage the lock, the blade would snap over to the side, and then when I closed the knife, the blade would stay at an angle, then it would snap back into place here. Most times it would be centered, other times it would be off-centered, and if it was centered, after a couple of times of opening and closing it, it would slightly go off-center again. So I sent it into ZT, and they had a look at it, and they fixed all the problems. They were very easy to talk to. They had sent me an email, and I called them, and they knew who I was. They knew the knife that I was, like, all I had to say was, "Hi, I'm Mike Wheaton. I'm looking for information on my 0707. They said, "Oh yes, we have it right here." So it was nice that it was very personalized, and they're pretty friendly on the phone. So I have no complaints with the people working. Now this is the Canadian warranty division of ZT. So I don't know about the American side of things, but they seem pretty nice here. So I have no complaints about that process. But they did say that they had to adjust the lock bar, so it is now harder to open it. So it also has like a snapping, like it smells and it sounds like lock stick, but I don't think it's lock stick. I mean, it does have the lock bar insert there, so there shouldn't be lock stick, but you can hear that. I don't know. It's also like, it has a nice action, I will say that. Very snappy. It's not necessarily a knife that's, you know, super fun to fidget with, that's for sure. I don't know if they're all like this. They said that this is how it's supposed to be, but I don't know. It's not, you see it's kind of indenting my thumb a bit there. But overall, it's a very nice looking knife. And I wanted to like it a lot. But, I don't know, it's just... It's too thin. Like a thicker knife this way would be easier to, like where it's harder to push the lock bar over, it would be easier to do that. But when you have to really press in and, like I say, enough to dent your thumb in, it's not really enjoyable. Once you open it and use it, that's fine. It's super slicey. It's great for opening up packages and mail and stuff. But it's, the fun is over when you have to go to disengage it and then close it. And it's a true detent system. So there's two detent balls. There's one on here and there's one on this side. So both sides have detent balls. So that way, since it is such a narrow knife this way, if you have your fingers on the lock bar, it's not going to matter. It's still going to open. But that means that it's never going to be a drop shut knife. It's very smooth, but it's just not going to be drop shutty. So if you want a drop shut knife, don't get one with the true detent system on it. But as far as looks go, and as far as using the knife, it's very comfortable in the hand. It's nice and long. Your thumb rests right here on the jimping very nicely. And it fits the hand very nice. But it's just disengaging the lock that's not fun. But yeah, now some size comparisons. We have the Rat Model 1 and the Rat Model 2. It's closer to the size of the, I'll line it up better, the size of the Model 1. And I also have a similar knife. This is a Tucson. I do not know the product number, but oh, listen, I love the sound it makes. But yeah, this is a very similar carbon fiber on the show side, and then milled titanium on the other side, on the lock side. This is a bigger knife than the 0707, but you know, they have the same idea. The milling on it. The pocket clip is a bit longer, so you don't have that same problem that the 0707 has with catching on fabric, but whatever. But yeah, pretty similar knives, but yeah. So yeah, I'm not overly happy with the knife. I will be selling it. I don't think this is going to be staying in my collection. I wish it would. I really wanted to like this knife, but I don't know. It's just, to me, it's not really worth the money. Now, there's other reviews on YouTube, and they're very positive reviews, so it's just this knife. I'm not saying all of them are like this, but for me personally, my experience with this knife, and not ZT as a whole, I'm not going to cut out ZT in the future. I'll probably buy, I would like to get an 0562 sometime, but personally for me, with this knife and the true detent system, I'm not really a big fan of it. So, that being said, I wouldn't recommend this knife, but if you don't care about, you know, if you like to close your knives two-handed anyways, and you have some extra money to spend, sure, go ahead and get this. But for me, I just can't recommend it. I did, however, receive this as well from Josh at Integrity Knives. He threw this in, so that's very nice. Nice little stand for it. I appreciate that. Thanks, guys, for doing that. So I will have to get another ZT eventually to put in the stand. But anyways, make sure to check out Integrity Knives. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Take care.